Let's start.
Yeah. Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. Welcome you back to this second session. So we have a second presentation in this workshop mode, which is on production, merchandising, and sourcing. So it is our privilege to have with us Mr. Umesh Gaur, President Asia Tukatech, for the second presentation, and he will be sharing his knowledge on growing relevance of technology in improving business in post-COVID scenario. As electronic engineer, Mr. Gaur has been associated with Tukatech for the last 18 years. He actively manages projects across Asia and Europe with his teams in India, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh. So I welcome you, Mr. Umesh Gaur, to this session, and I would hand over to Mr. Nimesh Saxena to please take it forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Manpreet, for introducing Umesh. With all, you all know about this importance of the CAD and the software in our industry now, and it is almost a mandatory requirement. I don't think any export house today working without a CAD system. And with the latest technology coming in, upgrades coming in for your efficiencies, for your 3D fittings and everything. So it is the technology which is really making the business, improving the business. And I hand over to Umesh, who is a technical person on this, to speak about this, what is currently having, going forward, and what is the relevance of this technology in improving the business. So hand over to you, Umesh.
Thank you, Nimesh. Thank you, Manpreet, for the introduction. I will start the presentation. Manpreet has given the introduction, so I will not go into introduction. So I will share my screen. Can you allow Manpreet to share my screen?
Yeah, sure. The host will allow you. Yeah. Just a minute. Yeah, it's there, I suppose. Yeah, we can view the screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will start about the technology and all. So area I will be covering. One second. I will be covering product development. In this, I will cover the pattern room, costing process, fit approval, fabric booking, and production planning. And later on, I will be covering the cutting room and sewing rooms also. Okay. So if I will show a couple of pictures of what industry is doing till date, means like Mr. Anvesh said that most of the people are using still, if we see the numbers, the lot of people are not using the technology. Okay, so this is the old pattern room. If you see that they were doing the manual pattern rooms, and the storage is huge, pattern library storage was there in the every factory. Means if you go to any factory, you will see this kind of rooms everywhere. Next part from the pattern room, I will be showing the later on that next phase, how to go forward with this. Then comes the costing part. If you see in this sheet that N, the fabric pricing in the total garment cost is like 50 to 70%, depend on the garment to garment. And we do not focus a lot on the fabric consumptions. We do costings, Master G at their buffer, merchant at their buffer, and is like huge costings go like out. And surprisingly, with this costing, the fabric also get booked, like Mr. Ranjeev mentioned in the previous session, that fabric booking and all the things. So fabric booking gets with this costing. Most of the people do that. This is the fit session we used to do and still doing the fit session. On the dummy, we test the fabric garments and fit comments comes, we fix the pattern, we make another sample. It's like 4 to 5 samples before we get the PP final sample approved. And this is the process is going on in the industry. If you see cutting room, this is the like bad part in our industry. This is the kind of cutting you will see everywhere. In this picture, you will see cutting is happening on fabric on the tables, spreading happening manually, and the like bed and width utilization, length utilization, buffer between the two pieces. It's like everywhere. If you go to any factory, you will see couple of these pictures. Means it's same culture everywhere. It's not like different. Especially talking to India, this is same going on. Then comes numbering, ticketing, sewing floors, everything. So this is the traditional way we were going and still going. Actually, a lot of factories are going this way. Now comes to the engineering part, how we should go forward. All pattern development, to start any style, first thing we have to develop the pattern. For costing, for fabric booking, for anything, we have to have the pattern. So pattern development, I am showing the example of TUCATEC because I am from TUCATEC, but it can be any system, but you have to utilize the system to the max. That is should be the target. Okay, so like this, every pattern should be developed on CAD system only. Before you make the sample, you should have the specs, the reports from the CAD system. Means like TUCATEC is having measurement chart. Without creating patterns, physical patterns, and cutting the fabric and measuring the garment, you can have the report from the CAD system that what will be the measurement of your garment, and before wash, after wash, all kind of reports comes from the CAD. And we do not utilize that at max. Means people are not utilizing those kind of reports. If systems are getting used, they are getting used only for pattern making, grading, marker making. Means there are so many features in the CAD systems that can be used and that can minimize the process. Like there is a TUCA APM for costing. If you see this video for 1 minute video.
TUCA APM or TUCA Automatic Pattern Making is a unique breakthrough technology that can be added to TUCA Design. The additional module can create patterns automatically with or without grading. After opening TUCA Design, click on File, then Automatic Pattern Making. Choose from men's or women's styles. Add multiple sizes and define the sample size. The size labels are completely customizable, varying from small to extra large or 28 to 38. The options are unlimited. Change the base size if necessary. After selecting the desired category, choose a basic garment type. Patterns can be altered later to add specific design details. Change the values for the various points of measurement to match the selected base size. The system shows where the points of measurements are taken to guide the user. The module is built to be user-friendly and accessible for everyone, from beginners to more advanced users. Determine the grading value and seam allowance. Click on Generate. The graded pattern is created. Create a measurement chart to show the various points of measurements for the multiple sizes. Export the measurement chart to Excel to use for tech packs or to send out. TUCA APM, the world's first automatic pattern making system, can be accessed with a cloud subscription. Visit tucaweb.com to subscribe.
Point over here is not the like APM. There is a features that when you are doing the costing, at the time of costing, you need the fast costing and you have to have the patterns. So you can put the measurement, and anybody is not like pattern master or Nikan. The merchant can do, or the marketing people can put the measurement and they can do the costing immediately without using the pattern rooms. So like this, we can do utilize the system at max. Then comes automatic marker making, cut plan systems, for costing, when we do costings, what we're doing with the costing, like 1.2 meters, okay, of costing. You got them as a management, you got the figure that 1.2 meter is the yield for this particular garment. Then the same number goes to the fabric people and they order the fabric according to that costing only. But this is not the right way. You have to have the costing for the entire order rather than doing only for one piece or two piece. You have the roughly idea before the order that this buyer orders, means at the time of costing you got the numbers, but the ratio also you get, like historical data you can pull, or you have the ratio. With the ratio you should do the costing for the entire order. This is the bigger reason that you have the leftover fabric in your warehouse. What is the reason of that leftover fabric? That is the reason because costing was done on the, like everybody was master ji ne the sentiment add kar liya, merchant ne add kar liya, so all kind of things it was like added. So with that you get the excess fabric and you cannot utilize that fabric later on, and this is the your profit money goes to the warehouse where you sell the fabric for few pennies per kg kind of. So you should have the proper cut plan at 3 stages. One is at the costing stage where you order the fabric, then at the fabric booking stage when you really ordering the fabric with the width, everything, you have the all numbers in your hand, exact numbers. And now at the time of production, again, you have to plan, like Mr. Ranjeev said, plan. He was focusing on planning. Okay. So for production, you have the different width. Nobody utilizes the different width in the planning. It can means few people are utilizing later on, but most of the people do planning with the minimum width rather than doing the whatever they have received. So we have to do the production planning again as per the fabric received from the bill, because you order like 58-inch, sometimes it comes 59-inch, sometimes it comes 60-inch. This is all wastage. And if I go to the previous slide, you see this picture on the bottom with my hand, the width. This is the reason we did not plan well. So because of the planning, this get wasted and nobody cares in the cutting room, because there is a labor working over there. They see whatever fabric they receive, they lay the fabric and they start cutting. So it's ultimately the company's money is going into drain. So we have to plan properly at the time of planning for production also. Yield report. This yield report is generated from the CAD system only, that this order will be processed with the 11 markers. To cut the entire order, we need to make the 11 markers. And with the 11 markers, there is a yield report of different yield report for different markers, and their average yield report is 1.2 meters. So we have to take this yield report as a consideration. Without this yield report, you should not order the fabric. You should not start production. So you have to plan properly with this fabric, because 60% to 70% cost is fabric cost. If you save like 2% or 3% of that, is a huge money out of this garment. Then comes to the fit session, that how we go with the fit. Okay, ultimately we were doing the dummy fit, 3-4 alteration. Now after the COVID, the buyer has started asking for the virtual samples. We are like we are working with different buyers. Every buyer is saying this system, that system. I am saying whatever system, but utilize that system with the maximum. Some buyers do not ask for the 3D sample, but you can create the in-house 3D samples. Two reasons for that. One is you are going to fix your fitting issue, because without the fit, this garment is not going to get approved. And you can make the multiple look samples. That this is the option we can do. Multiple options. If you give like 10 options to buyer, maybe he will pick one more option from that library, that okay, produce this also, or give the costing. At least he will start talking about the next one. So we should give the options. So utilize 3D at least in-house. If buyer is not asking, he's not asking for the approval, do not wait for buyer to guide you that you should use this technology or that technology to do the virtual thing. In this pandemic, everybody is running behind on the 3D. Are this 3D solving our purpose? We are not, we are still doing the physical samples. Then why we need this 3D? We have to eliminate the physical samples with the help of 3D. So this process, if you say, first make the 2D pattern, because if you see everything you have to produce, ultimately the garment has to be produced. So you need 2D patterns for that. So like 3D has to start from the 2D patterns, then 3D drape, and the communication. This can be different. In TUCATEC is TUCA Cloud for the communication to buyer or supplier or everybody. You can upload. It's like mini ERP kind of thing, but it can be anything. Okay, so approval, comment, reject. Okay, anything you have to stop or fix it right on 3D part and then move process. After that, this is the grading marker, which I explained in earlier slide. In 3D, I will explain a little bit more. In 3D, there is a three prospect: design, develop, and deliver. Okay, so we have to create the virtual garment, virtual fit session, design also, and inventory also. Like with your library, you can create the multiple garments. So how this 3D works?
3D fashion design is a powerful tool to see how a garment will look before it is cut and sewn. TUCA 3D takes virtual product development beyond design and into true 3D fitting. With an engineered design process powered by TUCATEC's end-to-end fashion technology solutions, the 3D designer's creativity is backed up by smart technical fit. TUCA 3D models are sculpted from 3D body scan data, capturing the correct measurements, shape, and posture of live fit models. TUCA 3D models are animated with real-time motion simulation to analyze garment fit with movement. Once the 3D virtual model is created, the body shape is flattened to a 2D sloper pattern. The 2D sloper is a tracing of the unique curves and contours of the fit model's body, such as the shoulder slope, armhole, bust, waist, and hip. This sloper will become the master template for all future styles developed for this model. Sloper patterns are generated in TUCA APM for automatic pattern making. Though pattern making is a craft historically passed down by artisans, today's computers can learn the logic of pattern making, so a person of any skill level can create beautiful 2D patterns. The model's measurements are entered into the sloper specification sheet, including seam allowance and grade rules. TUCA APM generates a graded sloper pattern, which is ready to drape in TUCA 3D. The sloper pattern is added to TUCA 3D from the TUCA design system. The pattern pieces are arranged around the 3D fit model, and the seam stitching is defined. As the garment is draped, the 3D sloper fits the model like a glove. Next, she simulates actions performed during a live sample fitting. Real-time motion simulation is added directly in TUCA 3D without the need for another 3D software. The sloper is analyzed in motion with tension mapping views in stretch and pressure mode and can be isolated to the warp and weft directions. X-ray mode applies transparency to the fabric surface to check the balance and ease of the garment. Any styles built from this sloper will fit correctly the first time. After the shapes of the fit model's body are captured in a 2D sloper pattern, the pattern maker only needs to change the ease or style lines rather than start with a new pattern or ill-fitting reference block. The pattern maker draws the style lines directly onto the sloper template and shortens or lengthens the piece to suit the new silhouette. After all adjustments are finished, the 3D operator simply updates the draped 3D sloper to apply the pattern changes for the new style. All changes made to existing pattern pieces are applied without resetting the entire 3D draping process. Only the new pattern pieces need to be arranged and stitched. Because the pattern maker used the 2D sloper pattern as a template, they do not need to spend as much time verifying the fit for the new style. Colorways can be applied by the 3D sample maker in Tuca 3D or by a graphic designer in the Print Visualizer module of Tuca 3D Designer Edition. The simulated garment brought into the Print Visualizer is a blank 3D canvas for prints, logos, or textures. Prints added from the material editor can be scaled on the 3D garment. Designers have a built-in Pantone color library for solids. Designers can take advantage of the Print Visualizer graphic integration if they prefer to create colorways in their favorite graphic design software. They simply create artwork on the flat pattern layout and apply the finished design to the 3D garment surface. The designer analyzes all colorways as a 3D storyboard. They can render the storyboard or individual 3D garments for presentations and sharing. 3D garments are shared to internal or external teams on Tuca Cloud, the web-based digital sample room that connects every person involved with virtual product development to one platform. The process is repeated for every style developed for a brand to maintain a consistent fit regardless of product category.
In 3D, we have to have couple of things we have to manage. That we should have the same model, whatever model buyer is having, same model we should have in 3D. If we do not have the same model, we cannot see the same fit. And again, like we used to do in the dummies that is fitting on our factory, but once it goes to the buyer place, because they are using the live model and they are trying to fit on the live model, and the comments are coming and feedback is coming from the models. But in our dummies, we are not getting that feedback from. In 3D, that feedback comes that is tied with the motion. So inbuilt motion is very important in 3D, that without the inbuilt motion, you do not get the right feedback that how it's going to behave over there with the animation. So this all is important part of the 3D. So we can do, if buyer is also not asking, we can do all these parameters in-house before making a sample. It takes like couple of hours to create a sample and see the virtual fit. And once we are satisfied with the virtual fit, then we can create the first sample. Lot of factories out of Sri Lanka, Pakistan, they are doing, means buyer is not asking 3D garments. They are not accepting the 3D garment, but still they are doing the fitting in-house before they release the first sample, so that it get fits first time. At least increase the probability of fitting at first time. Comments will be there. Those comments can be design related comment, make it shorter, longer, all kind of thing, but at least we minimize the fit related comments. So if we reduce like one sample or two samples from the cycle, so we will save like 10 to 15 days if we save like one or two samples, because courier time, this time, everything takes 1 week for one sample to get approved. So we have to focus on 3D. This is the future. And thank God, after the COVID, everybody is running behind the 3D. So in 3D, there is another module, Designer Edition, where we don't need to create the garments. We can take the garments and we can visualize the garment on 3D. That is called Designer Edition. I will show one more video after this, and then we can move to the next topic. This is Designer Edition for designers. They can pick from the 3D asset library the blank garment. They can put whatever graphics they want to put, and rather than presenting the flat sketch, they can present the real 3D garment.
Flat sketches tell a flat story. Bring your ideas to life with simple design tools in the connected world of TUCATEC. In the new design room, designers never have to touch a pattern or drape a 3D garment. Instead, they use TUCACloud to browse their library of approved 3D assets, examining the drape and fit until they find the perfect silhouette for their new concept. In TUCA 3D Designer Edition, designers apply their own prints to the selected 3D sample, experimenting with all-over prints and motifs. These prints are shown at real scale on a lifelike 3D sample, so designers have a better picture of how their ideas will really look when executed. Snapshots from TUCA 3D Designer Edition give a new dimension to line sheets and presentations, bringing ideas to life with the power and ease of 3D design. Powered by TUCA 3D and TUCA 3D Designer Edition.
So this was a designer edition, basically for designers without having the patterns or from the taking help from the pattern makers. They can create any library. They can download the sets from the TUCATEC side and they can start using directly on the 3D garments. And they can create. Once garment get approved or it is going forward with the production line, they can download the patterns also from there. Comes to the cutting department. This is a very important department because everything roll around the cutting department for the fabric, and fabric is the most important money factor in the garment. We do the laying, like I showed in the previous picture, manual laying. If you can see in the, especially in NCR, we do CPL a lot, cut panel wash. What is the reason? Because uneven shrinkage. Uneven shrinkage, what is the reason behind? Nobody is trying to figure out that what is the reason. They found the solution. One person found the solution that cut the panel, wash the panel and do it 0-0. But have you seen after how it get processed? You cut like 5 meters of fabric, full layer, and then wash it in the washing machine and then pull it. And then everybody start pulling those fabric. And again, if you, once you lay those panels, it's not 10 meter or 9 meter. Some is 9 meters, some is 9.5 meters, some is 10 meter. What is the reason behind this? Did you solve the problem or did you fix the problem? No. You created the problem, uneven shrinkage, and you lost like 10% of your fabric. It should be automatic spreading. We put the like new people that bring from the street, the new labor, put on the spreading. No, spreading is the most crucial job in our line, but nobody is giving focus on that. Spreading, we do not need to touch the fabric. We should drop the fabric. So only if you see automatic spreader, what is the need of automatic spreader? Is because it's dropping the fabric, so it's not touching the fabric. So whatever the property of fabric in manual process, you see they are removing the crease from the fabric. I will go back to the slide 1 second. Yeah, if you see this left picture, okay, in the left picture, everybody has made the nice laid garment, but what they did, they are pulling the fabric from each side. So uneven shrinkage, you are getting problem. So to fix that, you should use the automatic spreaders. Automatic spreaders help you to control the shrinkage part, that you will not get uneven shrinkage. Whatever shrinkage you adjust in the patterns, and that will be in your garment. But right now we are trying to fix like short-term CPL and all the things. Just give me a second. Right. Sorry. So we are spreading manually and we are not focusing on the technology. So I will suggest start looking for technology as an alternate. Okay, it will fix so many problems. What you are trying to find the solution, alternate solution, it will fix the automatic spreader. It can be from anybody. I'm not saying that buy from TUCATEC or anything, but you can buy, at least start exploring the spreader. It fixes so many things. Okay, same with the cutting, the speed, the quality, buffers. remove the buffers. So all those things goes away from if you start using that technology. Then comes bundling. You see the bundling, the trolleys, nicely designed trolleys. This picture is from Sri Lanka. They cut goods, they put in the trolleys, and then they move to the sewing floor. You are not destroying the fabric. You are not properly transporting the fabric. Sewing floor. This is the last thing I will cover. Sewing floor. Sewing, we do the ticketing after cutting. Every buying house, buyers, everybody forcing on ticketing, and we put like so many people on ticketing. In the ticketing, first we put the ticket, then we have to do the spot fixing because the gums, sometimes gums are there on the garment, white garment, we have to remove all those things, the picture. Okay, it delays our sewing floor also because we have to do ticketing, bundling, everything, and then only we can process with the sewing. We can use the technology, hanger systems, RFID systems, no need to do ticketing. You can put those technology in-house, and what you achieve the speed. First thing, the whatever speed you are is giving you like 30 to 40% more efficiency, because in sewing floor you cannot save anything else, only that you have to increase the efficiency. With those efficiency only you are getting some profitable things on the sewing floor. So if you use the technology, the speed will increase. No need to do ticketing part because you are using technology, you are uploading all bundles all together and it's managing. Okay, any alteration comes, systems take directly to that operator. No need to find who did, isko fix karna hai, isko alter karna hai. So it goes to the same operator, fix that particular operation and comes back to the next station. So this and live information that I got this till now in the evening. आज कितना प्रोडक्शन हो जाएगा सर? 200 कर देंगे, 400 कर देंगे, 400 पीस हो जाएगा? नहीं. This gives you the exact number that this hour you made like 400 pieces. Next hour target of 450 pieces. All kind of information, live information is with you, so you can better plan in the sewing floor and better handling. The garment is not getting like dust, this everything, because it's hanger system, so it's moving around. So this we have to think that how to implement this kind of technology in our business. And this is after COVID, when labor went back to the Bihar or UP, or we were suffering that we don't have the labor. So everybody was crying for the labor. If you have planned for this kind of production things like automation, so replace people with the machines. Labor cost is going up day by day. So and that will continue going up. But machinery will get paid one day, and you will be like making money, more money. So start investing and go with the technology, whatever technology. I'm done with the things. If you have any questions, please. Mr. Anvesh. Any questions? Manpreet?
Yeah, I'm just waiting. Yeah.
I'm done, Mr. Anvesh. Over
Yeah,
to you now.
check if there are any question on the chat box. No, it doesn't look like any question there, I think. So Manpreet, the next session starts at 3:45.
Hanji, yeah.
So we can maybe close
No,
this.
it's not 45, it is 3:30 actually. We have another presentation which starts as 3:30.
3:30. So it's now we are on time, just 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We are like 5 minutes.
So we have to log out again and then log in.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so we can end the meeting now.
Yeah.
And I thank Umesh on behalf of all the participants and OGTC for his detailed presentation, and with all the technology, especially the 3D. The only challenge, Umesh, which we are seeing it, all stakeholders are not, on board. at the same time. Because
Right.
what is happening, like we have a 3D for last 2-3 years. Unfortunately, my buyers are not. And still I have to rely on the physical samples. I have been pushing them, the buying the license office here and the fitting buyer at the destination. But the problem is, and here your company like Tukatech or any company who is into the business, the role comes to play that they start, educating them. Because what is happening, they are not directly bearing the cost of sampling, which is coming on us.
Right.
Preparing the physical sample at 3 times or 4 times of the cost, plus multiple rejections, which is pushing us, taking away our production time, a lot of that. So if everyone, but now I've heard probably the cost was one factor which these people were a bit reluctant, I think. But now I believe there's some subscription model has now come in.
Yes, yes.
So
It has.
your company is also offering this subscription
Yes,
model?
we are offering like $5,000 upfront and then some little pennies monthly.
Right.
So
Something
we have
like that.
started that, but thing is like you are using for a couple of years the 3D and it's not getting utilized. So I will suggest to utilize internally, rather means do not wait for the buyers. See, buyers is still whatever they are suggesting 3D systems, but they're not eliminating the physical samples. So it's like double cost on the production companies. So you are doing the virtual also, you are having one team doing the virtual and one team doing the physical.
Right.
You're still doing 3-4 samples. This is wrong. You should, if buyer is suggesting, they should like take 100% virtual sample only. Okay. Because they suggested that go with this 3D. We are giving the 3D on the virtual garments. This will problem will continue for a couple of years actually, because this is new.
How we can use internally? It's suppose buyer is not on board.
Yes. Internally you can use whatever samples you are developing. Rather than doing the first sample or physical sample, before that start doing the virtual sample.
Okay.
And finalize everything on the virtual samples. Okay. Your team, merchant team or marketing team, and everybody should take the session like 15-20 minutes, and they finalize. Only after you are convinced internally, then only submit the physical sample out of that both patterns. Your 90% problem is solved with that. Because you are not utilizing, you are having some system, use it. And you use the same model what buyer is using. Do not use the different models. Otherwise, problem is not going to get solved.
Okay. Suppose buyer is using on sometime the dummies, sometime on the live model. The dummies, if buyer is using, how we can duplicate that dummy exactly?
It's very easy. Whatever system you are having, 3D system, that company can make the same dummy for you.
Okay.
We create the dummies. Even we are coming up with the new, very soon we are launching that our dummy can be used with any 3D system.
Okay, great.
We can create those also.
So thank you, Umesh, and thank you, Manpreet, for coordinating it. And let's reassemble again at 3:30. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Animesh Saxena, and thank you, Mr. Gaur, for highlighting the various applications of Tukatech software, which can provide great solutions.
It was not Tukatech system, it was like general thing, but I didn't have the example for other companies, so I showed the Tukatech.
Okay.
My motive was to show that what should be the process.
What are the various opportunities available?
But while Lady Irwin was looking for this CAD as a software, do you teach garment technology or something like that? What?
Yeah, we have a course on garment manufacturing technology. And we have been buying some keys, so we have some Tukatech keys also with us. So we want to train our students for that. So for that, we have been always relying on them for assistance. So we have done a couple of times, but we want to continue it every year for our students. Like this time, because it was all online, so we could not do it. But
your student who graduate, they are which subject?
They are. We have post graduation in fabric and apparel science.
Acha, apparel science. Okay.
Yeah. So it includes everything related to garments, fabrics, textiles.
Okay. Thank you, Manpreet. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, and I request everybody to join in for the third presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.